Hello, everyone. Hi. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad to be live again because I have to, step it up here and prove that I know how to make this card that I've made the last couple of days. Anyway, I'm a teacher at heart, so if I don't do it correctly, I've got to do it again. And so, for those of you who may have had your good laugh at me, that's fine, but I'm going to show you how to do it correctly today. So, we're doing the angle cut card again. And if you don't know me, my name is Jeanette Collins, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I have some pretty things to show you. I have made lots of those angle cut cards, and so I want to share them with you. Let me just put this other there. You see all these cards here. I have these to share with you. So I'm going to slide them aside right now because I have a wonderful announcement. And you're going to be so excited too. I was real happy about this one. Okay, right now, we are in celebration, and I'm going to go ahead and make myself smaller. There we go. Right now, we're in the middle of celebration. It goes through the end of August, and what this is, if you don't know, is if you purchase anything, whether it's out of our annual catalog, the mini catalog, is that the only two? Yeah. Then you get to purchase, actually not purchase, you get to select items from this brochure. This is Sale-a-bration. And really, is it a sale? No, it's free. Free abrasion. Okay, now there are some things that have already gone, but the items that are still available are the hippest hippos, and that's with the $50 order. And they also have the dies. So that's with the $50 order. And of course, see, I wrote that, no longer available. Those were the first things to go. We have this stamp set that's still available, and I have used it. It is so pretty because it's got that etching, like someone took a pencil that knows how to do those shades and all that stuff. I have a cousin that knows how to do that. Anyway, that one's beautiful. And then right here, it's really hard to see, but that's gold and silver paper. And I believe this is still available. It's a $50 order, and they're showing you that you can actually do your blending brushes, use your blending brushes on those. This wonderful, amazing phrases is available, and that's really cute, but this one's available with a $100 purchase. And right now, the set I'm using is this Wonderful World, and it is unavailable at the moment, but we've kind of heard through the grapevine that it might be coming back. So that's all I can say about it. But my cards are made with this, so that's why I wanted to show it to you. And then we have this beautiful stamp set. It's a free hostess stamp if you host a group or a party. All right. And now this is the fun thing. Because we had a couple things that went away that they're already sold out per se, Sale-a-bration or Stampin' Up! Decided to add some things for free. That's with the, level 1 or level 2 purchases. So here we go. So I'm just, it's hard to see on my camera. So I'm just going to read them to you. You could buy or get for free the Timber 3D embossing folder now. So if you spend $50 and you haven't bought this one yet, you get it free. Same thing with, maybe if I make that camera bigger. Hang on, I'm going to do it all by itself. Okay. The next one is the gingham embossing folder. So again, with a $50 purchase, you can get it free. I don't know why my light. There it is. That's the gingham. And the next one is the seashells 3D embossing folder, $50, and it's free. And then another one is the brushed metallic 12 by 12 paper cardstock is actually free. And these are beautiful. I mean, you need that all the time anyway. So if you maybe have already purchased all these things, then you can always use that gold and copper All right. And this one, the Flowers of Home dies with $100 purchase. You can get the dies. Aren't they gorgeous? And then I was excited about this die too, the Dots and Spots die, because I was like, do I really want to buy it? But if I can get it free, yeah, I'm getting it. And then the craft gift boxes, those are free and free with purchase. And the next one is the Aspen Tree dies. Now, I'm not sure what set this goes to, but I'm sure you know. And then the Daffodil dies is actually free with a $100 purchase. And then look, some more of the silver foil. And that's got that purple hues to it. So that's 12 by 12 with a $50 purchase. So that is what has been added on. And even today, whatever you purchase for $50, you can choose the ones in the yellow. And if you spend 100 or more, then you can get the ones in the green and those ones that are still in the catalog. All right. So that's what I'm doing. Or that's that. Now I want to show you my angled cards I made. Like I said, I've been making these, and when I came online, I was having trouble getting my paper to turn the right way and all that stuff. And I guess it was just my errors that I was making. So, but I wanted to show you, I've made several of these. Now the angle cut is right here. It's 2 pattern papers that are put together and they're cut at an angle like that. So it gives you variation. Instead of it just being a straight cut top and bottom, it gives you more interest. And it allowed me to fussy cut and put this flower kind of leaning over that angle. All right. And my sentiment is there. I'll show you this one. Oh, this one turned out so pretty. See if I can get my camera up. There it is. All right. I've got the green side of the paper showing and the A side showing here. But that was a flower I fussy cut. Isn't it beautiful? And I've lifted it on dimensional so it really pops up. But do you see another giant flower there? Well, this flower was also a fussy cut. And what I did for it, it actually is on the edge of the paper. So it was at the very top, I think, left corner of the 12 by 12. And so it's going to be cut there and cut at the top. Well, I decided, instead of this big flower just sitting here alone, I glued this to the very top and it looks perfect. So I was really excited about that one. Now, did I add? Yep, I've added Winkostella to my main flowers. All right, here's another one I did. Now, this is a pretty angle card too. I'm trying to get it to focus there. All right, A side and then the B side, and it's cut at the angle. And look at the bottom. I did the same thing. These 2 flowers were at the bottom of the 12 by 12 cardstock. So I was able to use them as the decoration here at the bottom. And then I took a greeting that I've had for a long time. Actually, it was with those messages, the big messages die and the Stampin' die. So this was in my stash and I just, pulled it out. It was ready to go. So it fits perfectly on that card. So I love that it's, kind of covering that angle, but yet you can still see the paper. You see a lot of the paper. Okay, this might have been my very first one I made. And as you can see, I have that iris there. Again, it's with the B side and the A side paper. And I put a lot of flourishes using my punches, okay, my bow punch and an older one. And then I put this little tag, congratulations, because it was so small. I have so much going on right here that I decided to put that small tag, and it just covers up that old olive. And then my 3 pearls right here. So you're going to hear my husband coming in the door. So just, if you hear a lot of noise, that's him, because he's pretty noisy. All right. And so that was one of the first cards I made. I love this one too because of all the pretty yellow. This is soft saffron. And this is both B sides on this card. And I think that turned out so pretty too. I fussy cut the flower. So, and I added it, but look what other colors I added to the leaves. I did the little green punch, but then I used my bow punch on the B side of the paper. I just had some scraps of it. So I punched them out in that purple, and it just kind of makes it stand out a little more. And then I used the tag for my thank you and added the jewels. So yeah, I like this one a lot. And here's another one. Oh, so pretty. Again, B side at the top, A side at the bottom. Fussy cut this beautiful flower out of that big 12 by 12 and then added more greenery on that angle. Isn't that pretty? And it's just with the punches that I did that. And then I, again, using that messages die and stamp, it's already retired, but I had this already in my stash ready to go. So I just stuck it on there. And not last but least, but here's this one, that pretty, pretty white flower. Now, when I got to working with this, I decided to use both the A sides. I don't know how to turn it where you can see it there. So this is the A side of one of the papers, and this is the A side. But they kind of look nice together. But to make my white flower stand out, it really was just getting lost in all that pattern. I used a piece of vellum there to make it stand out. And I stamped hello on that little die. I believe that's, I don't think it's Tasteful Dies. I can't remember, as I don't write them down. But anyway, there you go. And this one, I think, turned out nicely too. All right. And my last one I did. Okay. Turn it. Now, this is also both A sides. So I have that dark paper and the main paper, I guess, of the whole set here. Now, what I did here is this flower, that white flower, is flat. Can you see? I've glued it flat on this left side, and then I popped it up on the right side. And then these right here, which I don't know, is this my stamped one? Yes, this is my stamp and then I fussy cut it because I didn't want to put more greenery because the greenery are a lot smaller leaves and it just didn't feel right to me. So I added those, and that's just my stamped image added to, and fussy cut and added to it. Notice how I put that stem leaning on that angle cut. And then I just had a simple tag with "You Are So Special." So 3 times a charm online. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my trimmer and I'm going to make one more so I can prove that I can do this online. I know you might think I'm silly, but that's what I'm doing. Like I said, you know, if we were teaching kids, we would tell them, do it again, do it till you get right. And that's what I was in my career, was a teacher. So, all right, here's my 2 papers. And both of these are the A side. And if I flip them, you can recognize, you know, from what I've already shown you, B and B side. So what I've learned is when you're going to make this, you want the main sides or the main front, the A sides together. So you have to be aware of the flowers, you know, make sure they're standing up because it's a vertical, and same with this one. Now this one kind of makes me confused because see, the little pink flowers are facing up and the little white flowers are facing up and the little blue ones are facing up, but then you have these little dangle flowers. They're going in the wrong direction, but that's because they're hanging. So just get most of them going straight. All right, I'm going to put these together. Let's see. And I need to cut the cardstock. Let's see. The cardstock for the main attraction is 4 7/8. So let's cut the long. 4 7/8 right there on the 8th mark, right there. Make sure I've got both of them together and they're even. Okay, put this down and cut. Now this goes away and we can use that later. And the side measurement is, or did I do it wrong? No, that's right. The side measurement is 3 5/8. See, I'm questioning myself because of all the trouble I had. What did I say? 3 5/8. So 5/8 is past that longer one, past the half mark. It's the 8th mark past there. Okay. And we're going to cut there. Now, this is the size of all those pieces that were in the center of my cards. Now, don't take them apart. You're going to cut on the diagonal, but we're not cutting from end to end. That's what makes this card so fun. It makes it difficult when you're nervous, I guess, online. All right, what we're going to do, we're going to take the right corner and we're going to put it on the 1 inch on the inside of our paper cutter. So that's there. And the left corner, we're going to swing it on over to the other 1 inch. Now this starts over. So it's the 1 inch mark starts over right there. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, let's see. Maybe you can see this one. Oh, got to work on my camera. So we've got the top right at 1, and we're going to swing this one over the bottom left to the 1 inch mark. Now we got to check the 1 again on the top, and we know that the 1 is on that line. So because I see it up here. See the 1? So if I follow down, we're on this correct line. And now we put the arm down and slice. Ta-da! Now this is the next part that I kept messing up. So I'm going to put these aside and get this off of there because we don't need the trimmer anymore. And if I put the main sides out again, like we had when we started, this is the paper. And you see that both of them are cut. Now this one's cut opposite, which is okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to take, let's say this top one, I'm going to take it off and I'm going to use this one, the left one, but I have to, in order for it to fit there, I have to turn it over. So this becomes my new angled card. Ta-da! And then I take this one that was here and I flip it over, and it becomes my new angled card. Ta-da! So that's what I was messing up. I was trying to move all 4 pieces around, and then I was like, wait, huh? Wait, what? So this is all you do. Just either move the bottoms together or the tops together. Don't move. So let me show you. I'll do it again. Hopefully I won't mess up. Okay, now I'm just going to move the bottoms. Okay, so if you didn't like that pattern, you would take the bottoms, flip them over. Now the bottom is green over here, which is really nice. And the bottom are those little tulips. And notice that all my flowers are going in the right direction so that I did it right. Ta-da! Yay! I told you I had to do it to prove it to myself that it wasn't hard. It's actually easy. So, okay. Now, let's make the card. Okay. We can use just the mat, and the mat size is 3 3/4 by 5. I'm going to go ahead and use this white one because I'm going to use this pattern. I'm going to put this one away to make for later. Okay, I'm going to work with one at a time. So the mat is 3 3/4 by 5 inches. So put that under, and it should show just a little bit. Okay, let me get my glue and just start gluing it down. Because when you glue it, you can kind of check those corners. Come on. Yay. Okay. Put that there for a moment. Get my card straight on the line so it won't bother my eyes. Now, I'm looking at both corners and I have enough time to wiggle it around. I'm looking at the top and the corners and the sides. And that looks pretty good to me. So if you want, you can use your bone folder and smooth it down. And now for the bottom one, I'm going to turn it over because remember this one goes like that. So yay. Okay, I think I'm done with this for a little bit. Oh, by the way, I've just gotten these little holders for my Tombow mono glue, and I got them. I ordered them on Etsy, and I want to show you something. The girl that sent it to me, I ordered several of them because I have several glues everywhere, but she is from what she calls her business the Country Hive. But when I turned it over, look, can you see that? She's a Stampin' Up person, and I had no idea. So I thought that was so cool. But these are very inexpensive compared to the ones that they sell on in other places. So I got these, and I think they're real cute. And anyway, ooh, my glue's going to dry. I have one for each table that I have. Okay, again, looking at the sides and the bottom. It didn't have to be perfect, but close enough. That looks pretty good, and I'm going to flatten this down again. Now, I do like that seam to be flat. All right. Now, thinking about what to put on it. I've already stamped. I know you're not going to see a lot of stamping, but I've stamped these in 2 different ways because I was thinking about this main flower or this main pattern, and it also has that kind of rich raspberry color here. So I was playing around with it, and I took my daubers and I actually stamped the whole thing, and then I took my dauber, like my dark color, and put it all the way around. So that's how that turned out. But I want to use both of these. So again, I'm going to put one, you know what, maybe a little lower because so it can show off how beautiful that is. And then I want to put this one, I think maybe behind it a little bit, just because it's so different. Okay. Maybe like that. Make a little bouquet and have these stems come together. That would look good. Now you can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to get this one on top. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to glue this one flat. So let's get that glue on there. Glue it flat, just like I did those other pieces that I had cut out, and they were the edge pieces of my cardstock. I was able to use them on my cards. I was so excited. Oh, by the way, like I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is Wonderful World DSP and the stamp set, and it is a celebration item. But right now it's unavailable, but we think it's coming back. So we're keeping our fingers crossed. But it's very pretty. Okay. Okay, I'm going to turn it so that those stems end up here, and I'm just going to flatten it. Push them down, they stick. Now this one, I might just put the stems down, but I'm going to lift up the other, okay? So I have to use my tiny little, they stick to my fingers, my tiny dimensionals, so they're the small ones, because I ran out of my big ones. They're coming, but I have to use a lot of these little bitty ones. It's stuck to my fingernails. Okay, let's do it like this. Pick it up. Slide it off. Painful to watch, huh? Oh, I just feel so proud of myself. So if you want to leave me a comment, that's what you tell me. Is, oh, wow, so proud of you. You got it right. Third time's a charm. But, you know, like I said, I've made them. I've made so many of them. And it's like, okay, I got them right. But I think it was just that I was a little flustered on camera, which happens. And it's like my eyes were going cross-eyed. I was looking at those angles, and I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, here, where? Okay, now I got to pick those little things off, and I have a pokey tool. Where's my pokey tool? Pokey, where are you? Up behind me. All right. Just flick them off. I know Stampin' Up! Has one of these pokey tools. I forget what it's called. But I want so many other things, so I keep putting it off to purchase since I have this one. This one was I used when I was doing a lot of scrapbooking. Oh, come on. Come on, don't be... Don't want the whole thing. Here we go. Come on. Oh, geez, Louise. Okay, you're not going on anywhere. I'm going to take you off to a new one. He was being ornery. There. Okay, much better. Much better than fighting with that one little dot. Okay, now I want to put the glue at the bottom. Now see, with my glue, I didn't put my the glue top on, so it's really nice for that because it doesn't stick at the bottom, but yet your glue is still flowing in the right direction. Just a little bit. You don't need much to make this stick. Now I will put the lid on and put it in my little holder. Okay. Get this off my finger now. This one. Okay, I want to put the stems together, like I said, and kind of lead it halfway. Yay! And seeing it's just a little higher, not much, but I think that works. I think that looks really pretty. And I like that I used the variation in color. And what was I doing? I was just playing with it. You know, I was playing with my my inks and my daubers. All right. Oh, you know what I was going to do? I was thinking about that this might be too busy. I was going to use vellum, but I don't see my vellum anymore. Here it is. Okay, so if you want to use vellum behind your image, it just helps soften the whole thing. But I would cut this at 3 inch by 4 inch. It works perfectly. So as you can tell, it would fit. But that doesn't look too busy, so it's okay. And I think we can now. I don't know if I should try adding any more or not. I'm just going to move on. I'm going to put this tag right here. Oh, you know what? Let's put it right in the middle since the stems, and it would cover it. And let's use those, my tiny little dimensionals, since that's all I have, to use what I have. I think my order is coming in on Friday. Just take so many of these. Come on. But I have to use them because I don't want it to be, sinking. I have to use a lot of them. But I get them in paper pumpkins too. And by the way, the 10th is when you have to sign up for paper pumpkin. So if you haven't been doing paper pumpkin for a while, that's our box subscription where they send it to you every month. You can either do 1 month and try it out, or you can do 3 months, 6 months, or a year. And every month it comes to you, and all the directions come with it, all the supplies except for scissors. So that's where I got these Stampin' Dimensionals, is from my paper pumpkin. Love it. I love doing them. And what I do, I usually make like at least 2 of how they have it designed, and then I try to do alternatives. So that's kind of fun. Okay, are these all sticky? Yep. Okay. You are so special. Now, if I had a little bit of thread, that's what I need to put under there. That would be pretty. Let's see. I have this. This is that, or I think either Starry Night or Orchid Oasis that came. So let me just try a little bit of it. And what I would want to use is either tear and tape or, let me use a larger piece of tear and tape. Now, again, this is just out of my stash. I have no idea where I got it. Anyway. Scissors. I don't want to make it too big. We want to make it where there'll be enough for it to stick. So I'm going to put it right on top here because my tag will cover this. And just for something a little different, since I didn't go crazy decorating this one. That's something I love doing, though, is creating and making them pretty elaborate. It'll take me a long time, though. Okay, now let's do the ribbon, the string, or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to put it down, and I think I can just go back and forth. I'm going to need my scissors in a minute. Go again. Let's see. I want that one to be longest. There. Okay, let's do it again. Going around. Stick. And maybe a shorter one. Normally when I craft, I turn on Spotify and I listen to music and sometimes sing along. I love to sing. I was always singing when I was teaching. The kids just knew that's what I was going to do. Okay. Cut this. And instead of like a bow, I think I'm just going to cut all the string ends to make it look like it's just threaded around. There, like that. And if you want to make a bow, that's fine too. This is just more my style. Okay. See? You can actually unravel some just to make it fun. Okay, now I'm ready for my tag. With that, you are so special, and I stamped it in Oasis, the Orchid Oasis. Probably could have used a little more. That's okay. Put it up here. Come on up. Come on up. Okay, now. Put it right in the middle. Yep. Okay, now all I need is a card base and I'll be done. And let me get my card base. I'm going to use, I think this is Orchid Oasis. Kind of looks good because it brings out that light color. So all I need to do is fold it in half and get my bone folder. Make that really nice and crisp. And I like to put glue on the bottom for the card. And if you want, you can make a mat too. You can use an alternating color. Oh, I've already got the white. But you can make another mat if you wanted to, because there's a lot of room around. Just whatever you feel like. So much fun. There, just nice and thin. So this is the angle cut card, the correct, easy way. Using the Stampin' Up! Trimmer, because I love that you've got both the right side and the left. Of course, the left side that has the ruler on it. There we go. And of course, you can decorate the inside. What I would do next is use my Wink of Stella on my flowers and maybe put a couple jewels. Probably the jewels would go on the sentiment. So let me turn you back and I can tell you goodbye. So long, farewell. Let's see. There I am. Thank you for being here, for those who are watching and for watching the replay. Leave me a message if you enjoyed this. And like I said, give me some kudos for trying again. And I will see you next time. And keep looking at those celebration items. So if you need a demonstrator, I'd be happy to be yours. If you don't have one already, this is Stampin' to Connect. And I have my August host code right at the top. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you soon. Bye.